Om Sai Ram, children, this is Paati. I have a story for you. The name of the story is Neil's Garden. This is a story about a little boy named Neil, whose family had a lovely vegetable garden which was carefully looked after by Neil's father. Neil would often help his father to look after the garden by doing small but important jobs like watering the plants and getting rid of the naughty little weeds. One afternoon, Neil's mother gave him a packet of lettuce seeds which she had found in her kitchen drawer. Neil was very excited and asked his father if he might have a little bit of garden for himself to grow the lettuce. Of course, Neil's father was so pleased at the interest shown by Neil and gave him a patch near the garden gate. Neil's father then helped him to make a line in the soil with a stick at each end. They tied a string along to get a straight line. Then Neil planted his seeds, not too deeply, so that when they started to grow, they would reach the surface easily. For 10 days he carefully watered his lettuce seeds until one day he saw some minute little leaves popping through the ground. He rushed off to get his mother and father. He was so excited that he nearly fell through the gate. Every day Neil would make sure his lettuces were watered as they grew bigger and bigger. Then one day it rained, and he did not know what to do. But his mother told him not to worry, as Mother Nature was taking care of his garden that day. The next morning the sun was shining, so Neil took his watering can down to the garden. He looked around, but he could not find any of his lettuce. Neil hurried back to his mother to ask about what could have happened. Neil's mother went with him back to the patch in the garden to see what had happened. They were both very surprised that there were no lettuce and searched around the garden for clues as to where they could have disappeared to. Eventually, Neil found the reason under a gooseberry bush. He found the next door tortoise there. The tortoise, whose name was Slowly, looked very content. So content, in fact, that Neil could not even get angry with him. This little tortoise, Slowly, lived next door. Neil and his mother put Slowly carefully back over the garden wall into his own garden. Then they found the hole in the garden wall and were able to patch it up to make sure that Slowly could not come back again. With the rest of the seeds, Neil planted another row of lettuce. This time they grew big enough for the family to eat and enjoy. And happily, there was enough to send some to Slowly next door as well. Slowly also enjoyed the lettuce leaves. So the lesson here is that we must care for our environment. We need to care for other living things like the tortoise as well, and also to care for our lettuces. And you need to be really careful about how you treat nature. Thank you for listening, and goodbye.